So Real Agriculture comes to you today from the office of Dr. David Hooker at Ridgetown College. Welcome, David, to Real Agriculture.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I also want to mention that we're actually at the hub of CropDoc2 on Twitter. So for those of you who don't know, David's also known as CropDoc2 on Twitter and has created and generated quite a following on Twitter. And we want to talk about social media and Twitter and the role it's playing today in agricultural research and extension. And so, Dave, talk about getting on Twitter and how you got to where you are right now. You've got 2,300 followers.
Yeah, well, the whole thing started about 2.5 years ago or so. And it's the Twitter, actually Peter Johnson asked me if I was on Twitter. And I told him, well, I am kind of. I registered for Twitter, but I need to be more serious at posting good tweets and whatnot, so I'll get more followers that way. So that started 2.5 years ago, and ever since then, I've built up. I guess a few followers became, or a few folks became interested in following me on Twitter, and they followed me, and that kind of encouraged me that, hey, they're listening to me, therefore I need to keep these guys engaged and post significant tweets or material so they'll stay engaged, and so they wouldn't unfollow me if I say something wrong or something like that.
So where are people now? Where are your followers around the world now?
Yeah, so most of my followers are in Canada, in Ontario, but I also have quite a few in the U.S., and but also have several in the UK and Australia and various other countries of the world as well. So it's just amazing that they follow me, and in turn I follow them as well. So I learned a tremendous amount of information from others in other parts of the world. Yeah. And for instance, if I see there's a fellow in the UK, does tremendous cover crop work, just tremendous. And so I'm interested in what he does, and I retweet that, and then those retweets are distributed, that communication is distributed amongst my followers as well, and it just generates so much interest. The world becomes so much smaller. We have so much information to share, and this is one valuable tool that we can use to make that world a smaller place. And so it's just like we're in the same room communicating together. Various short, very small tweets, but every tweet is just packed full of information. We have to learn to be extremely succinct in what we tweet and what we say. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's always encouraged to be like that. So that's something that I've learned as well. So my sentences, when I write, they're extra short and packed with information now. And before I was just kind of rambling on and on and on, kind of like what I'm doing right now.
Hey, tell me, one thing we talked about was the fact that, people can engage in your research now. You're sending out photos throughout the year. You're engaging farmers, other agronomists and stuff like that. And when you come and present your research at the end of the year at SWAC, at the Southwest Ag Conference, for example, you get all these people come up and say, hey, they've followed you, they've got perspective to share.
Incredible, yes. And so when I tweet maybe a photo of some research plot, I will almost always get lots of questions, hey, what did you do here? What did you do there? What are the treatments? What are they like? And a lot of those comments I use and incorporate, say, hey, I never thought about that before, And so I tend to dig a little bit harder in my research just based on others communicating their knowledge and ideas with me. And so it may seem like I'm trying to communicate my research results to others, but in a sense, this is very much a two-way street, and Twitter allows that two-way process to happen very succinctly, very quickly, and that knowledge transfer happens with as many people as I can ever imagine from around the world.
Yeah, and is that the big change? We go back 10 years ago, and you were doing your research, reporting on your findings. How is social media and Twitter? Is that the big change? Is the engagement, the level of people you can touch, the network that you can build and tap into?
Yes, just tremendous network. Like none of us, especially as researchers, could survive just doing their own little thing. So it's extremely important to network with others, to share ideas, So again, this is a two-way street back and forth. We share knowledge, and the more knowledge we share, the more we work together, the more we can pool our resources together, the better our objectives or better our personal goals will become, and also our career objectives as well.
Great stuff. Hey, I know a lot of people are already tuned in to Crop Doc 2, and I'm sure more will in the future. We'll follow along.
Okay, thank you very much.